Hello, hello, hello. All right, guys, welcome. So I have a really cool Periscope for you today. Now, for those of you that are joining, welcome. We'll see how many people we get on here. I have a really great story, one that I want to share with you. Now, I've been, last week, I wasn't even on Periscope at all. I've had my head down working really hard on a project that I'm really excited. It'll be coming out on Thursday, so definitely very, very excited about that. But today is Monday. That entire project is completed, and so I want to get back to scoping with you guys so you can hear some cool things. So thanks for the hearts. Welcome. Let me know if you guys are here. As you're hopping on, I coined a new phrase here. So I'm going to be doing Brenda scopes, all right? Because I've been seeing people, put some little handles on it. I'm like, oh, that's a really smart idea. But Gagne scope, it doesn't flow off the tongue. I think it kind of sounds dumb. So we're going to go with Brenda scope. So that will be my scopes from now on. So you can hashtag that. Hey, Byron, haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. So, all right. So here's the story that I want to share with you because I was being a marketer myself, being online, Periscope, awesome. So being a marketer, being online, I am always looking for an easier way to do things, or, oh my gosh, they're losing money over here, things like that. It just kind of comes to mind because I help so many people, try to find different ways that they can make more money. So this past weekend, I took our family, my husband and 3 girls. We went to St. Augustine. So I live in Florida, and it's the oldest city in America, which I didn't actually know. I knew it was old, but it was built in the 1500s, like 1561. Thank you for the hearts, which was really crazy. So welcome as you guys are coming on here. So anyway, so we're walking down the shops and there was a little row of all these little touristy shops, little crafts and different things like that. Well, one of the one of the stores was a magic shop. All right, so I've got my 3 girls, and they love magic. They've been watching America's Got Talent, and they love the magicians, and so they're like, oh my gosh, can we go? And they had 2 guys standing in front of the door, so you actually couldn't walk in the door. And he was like, oh, well, there's a magic show going on right now, but we're starting another one in 5 minutes, so come on back. So we're like, hey, that's pretty cool, magic show coming up. So, we stuck around for 5 minutes, looked across the way, and we're like, oh, okay, hey, let's go into the magic shop. And I'm kind of assuming it's going to, cost money, but it was free. So I was like, wow, that's cool. Everything we've done is cost, $10 just to get in. So free magic show. Awesome. So we open the door, we go into it, and it's like this narrow, long store. It's not very wide at all. It's very narrow, kind of long, not a lot of room, okay? So we walk into this magic shop, and I see it's about to start in 2 minutes. And so we're like, okay, there's nowhere else to go. It's just right here. So all right, cool. So I'm just kind of thinking of looking around. It's really dark, and there's a counter in the back. All right, whatever. So this guy comes out and he does this little magic show, and it was great. He had this little thing, and so what he's doing is he's demonstrating the actual things that you could buy in the magic shop. Hugo, thank you. And that's Albert, right? So anyway, as I'm watching it, I'm like, that's perfect. They're doing product demonstration, because why would I buy this kit if I don't really know what it does? So my girls are watching it and they're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. They know the ball bounces from one hand to the other. Product demonstration. If you guys are selling any type of product that's, hands-on or does something, product demonstration, it's the best way to sell anything, okay? So I was impressed. I'm like, that's perfect. They got us in. They're doing a free magic show. They're showing us how it works. That's such a great way to make sales. This is really great. All right. So they go through the whole thing, and they're like, this is $20, and okay, this one, this is $30 and stuff. And so after it's over, they're like, all right, this is great, this is over. One of my daughters, they bought their own, or they had their own money because they won it from the lemonade stand, or they earned it from the lemonade stand that they did for the Lemonade Crusade. Mark Hoverson, awesome, Lemonade Crusade. My girls did a great job. They got 3rd place in that. So anyway, she had a lot of money with her, and she wasn't sure if she wanted to spend it on this or not. So there was some decision making that had to go on. And we walked out of the store, and she's kind of like, I don't know, I think I want it. And I was like, well, if you want the money, if you want to spend your money on it, go ahead. It's $33. Maybe we could get it cheaper someplace else, but that was pretty cool. It was this levitating thing. And so she finally decides, she's like, yeah, I really want to get it. And I said, okay, well, let's go back in there. So as we turned around to go back into the magic shop to be able to go buy it, they're standing in front of the doors again, and they're like, sorry, there's a magic show going on. You can't, you can't come. I was like, well, we were just in there. We just want to buy this right now. Like, I literally said that. I'm like, we just want to buy this. And he was like, well, you can't go in there while the show's going on. You'll have to wait. I'm like, oh, all right. So, like, how long? He's like, well, in about seven more minutes, and you can go in there. I was like, wow, all right, you're literally turning away a buyer right now. You're going to make me wait 7 minutes. Okay. So she wants it, whatever. So we sit down. It was hot anyway. So we're chilling right there. So this is a great lesson. So if you're just coming on, listen to this. All right. So as I'm sitting here waiting to give these people our money, I'm going by and I'm seeing them say, hey, magic show starting in 5 minutes, magic show starting in 5 minutes. And then I see a couple other people walk by and they say, okay, yeah, all right. And I said, well, they're pulling some people in. That's, good on their part. And then I see someone look in and like, oh, can we buy some stuff, your magic stuff? And he's like, yeah, you can't come in. So my point is I'm sitting here waiting to give them my money. I see them turn away 3 people that were very interested in actually buying. And maybe 2 people or so that they said, oh, magic show, and they might come back. And I'm just thinking, if this wasn't my daughter right here, like, I totally would have left. Like, why would I sit here and wait to give you $30 when you're totally, like, making it so hard for me to buy? Like, how much easier it would be for me just to walk off. So I'm thinking of, as I'm sitting here, exactly, like, take my money, Jason, you're right. I'm like, I'm trying to, like, pay you, and these other people want to come in, and you're literally turning away buyers. Your door's closed. You're standing in front of the door. So I start thinking about how it's laid out, and it's like this long, narrow thing. Well, it's just completely, if they would just churn it around, it just was like bothering me. I wanted to go into the manager and be like, listen, will you do this? If they would turn their store around, if they would have had the magic show in the back, as opposed to splitting it almost down the middle and having it right there in the way and the cash register way in the back, if they would have had the cash register and all of the products up front in the window where you could just come in and buy it right there, and the magic show is going on in the back, how much more money they would make? Probably every single day, maybe even every hour. They were doing a great job of getting people in and, funneling them back through, because would we have made that purchase without the product demonstration? Probably not. So they did a great job with that. But they totally messed up the entire thing by turning people away and making it very hard to buy. So literally, I saw some people going in and we're like, come on, it's time to go. And he was like, oh, no, there's a magic show starting. I'm like, I want to buy this. You said I could buy it right now. And he was like, oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't realize. I'm like, dude. And so opens the door, we go in there, and we're literally almost like shoved out because a new magic show was starting. And I thought, you guys are doing this just so ass backwards, really? And by then the kids were ready to go. But I seriously was like, how much more money you could make if you redesigned your store? And so obviously the marketer inside of me was thinking about that. And so I was like, it made me think about all the other people that, the stuff that I do online, the other people that we coach, the people that we help teach and train, and just be thinking, who is that? Yes, ass backwards. It totally was. I was just, come on, like, be smarter. But it brought up to the attention of, like, sometimes when you're in the middle of stuff, when you're doing stuff because it's the way you were taught to do it, because it's the way that you just started doing it and it makes sense to you, you don't ever think about changing things around. And it takes this outside perspective to come in and say, hey, why are you doing it this way? Don't you think maybe you should try it this way? And thank you for the hearts, guys. I love the hearts. I am in a heart challenge with Justin Glover, so as many hearts as you can get me that will bump me up. I would love to kick his butt. So, yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Just go ahead and tap right below. If you're getting some value out of this, touch the little guy right there and swipe it over, and you can share this Periscope with your friends. Invite them to it. They can watch the replay. I would love to be able to get a lot more hearts on here. Thank you. If you're not following me when you tap that, absolutely tap tap that right there, and then you'll be able to follow me right there. Okay, so appreciate that right now. But also, it brings to mind, if you are following me online, if you're just come and see this Periscope right now, or you're watching the replay on Facebook or YouTube, wherever, if you're an entrepreneur and wanting to be able to build your business, always think about what you're doing and are you making it as easy as possible for people to get the value from you, but to also pay you. I mean, it's great to be popular, but you want to be profitable, right? And so sometimes just getting an outside perspective on what you're doing and be able to make it better is really the best thing that you could ever do for your business. Because even this past year, Justin and I have thought back to the stuff that we've been doing, and it's hard to take that step back when you're in the middle of it, but that's exactly what we're doing. Which leads me into a perfect segue into what I started out with on Thursday. Coming up this Thursday, today's Monday if you're watching this live right now. On Thursday, Justin and I are doing a webinar. It's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. We are doing this webinar that I'm really excited about because we are changing directions in our business. We have taken a step back. We've decided to change things around. But what I've been doing for the last week, why I haven't been on social media, why I haven't had any presence is because I was offline working on what we're going to be sharing with you on Thursday. So if you are doing anything online, if you're not getting the results that you want, if you're trying to market online and you're not making consistently $5,000, $10,000 a month, it's because you're missing some of this process. You absolutely want to be on our webinar Thursday night, 9 p.m. I don't have the link for you right now. It'll be coming out tomorrow. I'll be scoping about that, but just keep that in mind. So I'm actually very excited about that. So segue in. Takeaway from today, make sure that you're making it as easy as possible for your audience, for your customers to buy. If you have somebody that is, in your field, in your niche, maybe a mentor that you have, that you can ask their opinion to go through your process and give you their third-party view, do it. Absolutely do it, because it's really hard to get that perspective when you're inside of it, especially like those magicians. I mean, they were working hard. They were doing as many, just turning and burning. They were doing so many magic shows, but it was almost like their focus was, how many magic shows can we do? But not, hey, how many buyers can we get? It was a little bit backwards. And so I really did. I wanted to go find their manager and be like, dude, you're really losing the boat here. You could have so much more sales if you just change things around. And if I was by myself, I probably would have hung around. But the 3 little girls and husband, definitely we wanted to go, and we were sitting around waiting to pay. So definitely don't make your customers wait. Make it as easy as possible. So that is my takeaway on Periscope today. Thanks for watching. If you make sure you follow me on Periscope, make sure you invite as many people as you can, because I will be doing daily live broadcasts on here, and I'm excited to be able to give you value on this. It's time for me to go play Connect 4 with my youngest one. I told her to hang on while I did this video real quick. So I'm about to go into a awesome Connect 4 battle with her. So I will check you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the hearts, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.